So you want to talk about a cold front? Yes, the hype machine has begun about a cold front next week. Are we going to actually get anything? Well, let's talk about it in this Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 14th of November, 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Bully-in-Chief David Reimer. You know, the weather's not looking too shabby the next few days across Texas. Today, Friday, Saturday, not bad at all. We're going to be warming up a bit, but, you know, it's not going to be obnoxiously hot either, with a weak little cool front moving through the state that is precipitation-free overnight into this morning. And the good news is, at least it's not going to be 100 degrees, which, you know, now mid-November, it'd be kind of atrocious to be 100, but I'm still kind of just in that routine where it doesn't matter what month the calendar says. Mama Nature's going to do what Mama Nature's going to do. But let's just talk about the forecast today, tonight, into Friday. Severe clear across the state with weak northerly winds turning back around to southerly tonight into Friday. You can see severe clear, nothing on the radar. In fact, you could see as we go through the weekend, or I should say at least today and tomorrow, not bad. Not bad at all. You could see I wish it was the weekend, but it's not. So severe clear, no precipitation. The Wildfire Outlook from the Texas A&M Forest Service for today, Friday, and Saturday, featuring moderate fire danger across most of the state with the exception of the eastern quarter, Arklatex, Piney Woods, eastern Brazos Valley, Golden Triangle, southeast Texas, low fire danger. Tomorrow and Saturday with high fire danger possible at times, the Panhandle, especially along and west of I-27. Down into West Texas, the Permian Basin, northern Edwards Plateau, the Big Bend, the Trans-Pecos, Davis, Guadalupe Mountains, into the borderland of far west Texas. Good news is the overall potential for large, extended attack fire activity is low, but, I mean, it's dry. It'll be windy at times, so things will burn, especially during the daylight hours. As we get into the weekend and early next week, our weather is going to be changing. You can see the global forecast system for Saturday. Starting to see an uptick in cloud cover on Saturday, but then as we get into Sunday, we're going to see the skies begin to open up with precipitation across the western third of the state. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. Some of this rain, just like last week, or earlier this week. I'm getting the days mixed up. Oh well. Could be heavy. It was last week. Could be heavy. And then just like last Saturday, it was actually Friday, we could see a line of showers and storms move across parts of the eastern half of the state. We'll have to see if we have to deal with any severe weather in terms of hail, wind, any tornado threat. At this point, it doesn't look too rambunctious, but we'll continue to analyze as we get closer. Highest rain chances again Sunday into the first half of Monday before a strong cold front then pushes into the state as we go into the second half of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. That'll have some pretty gusty northwest winds behind it. And probably the coolest weather we've seen so far this year. It could be a legitimate crash of the cold front in terms of strong winds and much cooler temperatures. We'll let this play out. You can see that cold front swooshing on in behind the departing upper-level storm system as we get into Monday night, Tuesday. This model even trying to throw out a few snow showers on Tuesday in the Panhandle. We'll see about that at this point. Meh. Here's the forecast rain total from the Weather Prediction Center over the next 5 days. You can see at this point looking like another 1 to 2 inch rainfall event. Eastern half of the Panhandle, West Texas, West Central Texas, Northwest Texas, Northern Permian Basin, the Big Country, Northwest Texas, Texoma, Arklatex, Northeast Texas, North Texas, Central Texas. So pretty much a northern third to the northern half of the state, with the highest probability of 1 to 2 inches of rain. Locally higher amounts are possible. Rain totals dwindle as you go further south, but still the potential for 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain in spots. The borderland, the Trans-Pecos, Guadalupe Mounds, Davis Mounds, northern Big Bend into the Concho Valley, the Hill Country, south central Texas, into the coastal plains, southeast Texas, the Brazos Valley, and East Texas. Of course, we'll be able to refine these totals as we get a bit closer to Sunday and Monday. Outside of that, most of the next several days will be dry. High temperatures today across the state, really not bad. Again, it's going to be cooler than it was yesterday across the southern third to southern half of Texas when we had upper 80s and 90s. Today, we're looking at 60s in the Panhandle, West Texas, upper 60s to 70s, northern two-thirds of the state, with 80s, South Texas, the Rio Grande Plains, the Rio Grande Valley, up into the coastal bend. Here is Friday's high temperature forecast. There we go. Same story. Maybe a little cooler across the northern half of the state. Highs upper 60s, mid 70s, with 80s back in the picture in the Trans-Pecos. Still ongoing in South Texas, Rio Grande Plains, Rio Grande Valley. I mean, it's not bad, honestly. I mean, it's not too cold. It's not super duper hot. It's just right. As we get into Saturday, we'll begin a warm up ahead of the upper level storm system that'll begin pushing into the state on Sunday and Monday. Highs mostly back into the 70s and 80s statewide, with a couple of 90s in deep South Texas and the southern periphery of the Big Bend. As we get into Sunday, you can see changes begin, with highs just becoming cooler in the Panhandle, West Texas, the borderland, far West Texas, while warm air advection will continue ahead of the cold front and the system. Sunday, resulting in high temperatures back into the 80s to low 90s across the southern third, 60s, 70s. Then next Monday, definitely cooler. We're going to see high temperatures back into the 50s and 60s across the Panhandle, West Texas, and then much cooler weather will arrive in Texas shortly thereafter for Monday night and Tuesday. We're going to have a cold front moving southeast across Texas on Monday, so this may be a situation where high temperatures occur earlier in the day for some locations, and then the bottom drops out a bit as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. I want to emphasize at this point, we're not talking extreme cold. It doesn't look like an ice storm. It doesn't look like a snowstorm. It doesn't look like anything that's crazy. We are, about the time of year when at least the northwestern half of the state should be experiencing their first freeze. So that's the kind of weather we're talking about. We're not talking about highs in the 20s and 30s, but it will be cooler. Here are the temperature trends from the Climate Prediction Center as we go into next week, November 19th through the 23rd. And again, with this, we are expecting below average temperatures in the state. But again, we're not doing a crazy whole it's going to be super cold scenario at this point. Let's make that abundantly clear. But yeah, it's probably going to be the coolest weather we've had so far this fall, which isn't that difficult to achieve because it's been a very hot fall. Precipitation-wise, well, I'll give you a hint. It's going to rain, but that's not the graphic I wanted to show you. Give me just a second. We'll do it the good old-fashioned way. Merry Christmas. As we get into next week, after the rain chances on Sunday and Monday, a much drier air mass will filter in behind our strong cold front, resulting in below-average precipitation chances. Probably, let's just say Monday afternoon through at least Wednesday, Thursday next week, while that upper-level storm system will bring warm air advection and warmer temperatures to the eastern half to the eastern third of the United States, resulting in above-average precipitation chances until the system moves out of those regions as well, bringing a strong cold front to the eastern United States. Now, we do have a tropical mischief down in the Caribbean. I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but at this point, it's not going to be an issue for us in Texas, I guarantee it. There is some chance it could try to be an issue for Florida sometime next week, but that's a big if. It's going to be off the coast of Honduras later today and tomorrow, and it's possible if the system makes it inland there, it may not even make it back out, but otherwise we're going to have to watch the Yucatan Peninsula and part of the west coast of Florida next week for some tropical mischief. Very late in the season tropical mischief, but like I said, at this point, I've just stopped looking at the calendar when it comes to the weather because things can happen no matter the time of year. That'll be it for your Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. I am sorry I didn't have a video out on Tuesday or Wednesday. I was traveling much of Tuesday, and yesterday, things just didn't work out, but that's okay because we are back, and we'll have your next Texas Weather Roundup bright and early tomorrow morning. That is Friday. We'll probably be doing some videos this weekend as well, since I was naughty and didn't get something out yesterday or Tuesday. But You can always get your local weather forecast, interactive weather radar, daily Texas weather roundups, and more in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers where you download apps for your device. And of course, you can find us on YouTube. Just search for the Texas Weather Center. Texas Storm Chasers and Texas Weather Center's Baldy and Chief David Reimer wishing y'all a happy Thursday. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day. God bless.